what's up? This is Chris here from theguitarcoach.org. I'm gonna teach you a song today called What I Got from one of my favorite bands, Sublime. What this is just two chords. It's D major and G major pretty much over and over again from start to finish. There's a couple little things that change, like ambience wise and tone wise, which I'll show you that too, but then there's also the guitar solo. But the roots and main parts of the song is just a D major chord and G major chord. So if you're unsure how to play a D major chord, I'll show you that real quick, but I have a whole tutorial on how to play a D major and how to play a G major just listed in the comments below. I'm sorry, not the comments, listed in the description below this video. So go ahead and click on those if you're not sure how to play those two chords. But D chord, you're going to use your first, second, and third finger. First is on the G string, second on the E string, and third on the B string. That'll be on the second fret with these two fingers and third fret of the B string with this finger. So that's your D chord. Okay, and your G chord. Now there's two ways you can use this. We're going to use these two fingers, your third and fourth finger on that B and E string, third fret, and then your first and second finger going to go up here. So first finger on the second fret, A string, second finger on the third fret, E string. Okay, so just basically this. So that's how you can strum the song from start to finish, and that's, like I said, that's pretty much the entire song. However, there is an arpeggiated opening part, which I'll show you right now, which you're going to just pick a couple of strings from each chord. So we're going to do the D. Okay, so the D string, G string, and B string of the D major chord here. Alright. Now we just switch, and I'm just going to bring that second finger up to get that G note for the G chord. I'm not really going to play the full-on G chord because I don't really need this finger, because the only strings I'm going to pick are the E string and the G string, B string, back to the G string, and D string. So it's kind of the same pattern, only you're starting with the bass note up here instead of from the D chord, the D string. So back and forth is going to be like so. Okay, and that is basically the introduction to the song, and then you just kind of groove on the D major chord and G major chord the rest of the song when the words kick in. So that's just. Okay, now the strum pattern for that, I'm doing a down, up, up, down, up. Okay, so down, up, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down. Okay, so I'm making a transition really on that last upstroke. So just keep that in mind when you go to play that. And let me just show that to you real slow. Okay, now there's also an electric guitar part in one of the versions of the song, because there are two recorded versions that are on, I'm not even sure, I think they're on two different albums, but the one version has an electric slide guitar in it, where it's the electric guitar is very distorted, and there's a slide going up the strings and coming back, which I'll show you an example of in just a few minutes. Okay, but let's move on to the solo here. The solo is really cool. This is how it goes. Okay, so how you're going to do that is you're going to use your third finger to slide into the 7th fret of the D string. And the first finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the G string, and then the third finger, 7th fret of the G string. Now your second finger comes in on the 6th fret of the B string. Going back to the 7th fret G string, going back to the 5th fret of the G string. So, and finally ending on that 7th fret of the G string. Now, what we do is we go from that first part there, we go to this. And you can see I just used a couple of fingers there. I used my third finger to get the G and B string together. So, again, I use the third finger here, and the first finger, same 2 strings, and twice on that. Now, I'm going to get the 4th fret of the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B string, with my first and second finger, of course. So again. So, again, piece by piece, we got this one. And then, okay, so now the last part of the solo, again using the first and third finger here, I'm going to slide up to the 12th fret of the G string, 10th fret B string, 12th fret B string, 10th fret E string. Okay, so once again, 12th fret, 10th, 12th B string, 10th E string. Back to the 12th fret, 12th fret B string there, before we end up. Now this is where it gets a little crazy. We're going to go to the 13th fret of the B string. Back to the 10th fret B string. So. Then ending on the G string with a little bend. And that's it. Okay, once again the solo all together. That's the first part I showed you. That's the second part I showed you. And the third part. So obviously it's 3 parts to that solo that you can use to complete the whole thing. That's how I like to break things down like that when they get a little complicated or a little more involved. You break them down in sections. So there's 3 sections that you add all together to make the great solo that goes in that song. So this part here is the distorted guitar, electric guitar, obviously slide guitar part that is in the reprise version of what I got. So what you're going to do is put your slide, be it glass or whatever, on your third finger. The reason being is because you're going to use these fingers to mute strings behind the slide. What you're going to do is you're going to start on the G string. The whole slide thing is done up the G string, and it's pretty easy. You're just going to lightly touch the strings with that slide right around the D note on your G string, which will be the 7th fret of your G string. And you just begin that slide. You pick it. Now going up to the 12th fret here on the G string, when I pick it again, to the, what is that, the 19th fret of the G string. Pick it again. And I'm just going way up here. Get those kind of weird high notes that he gets at the end there. And then you just slide back, and that's all there is to it. So once again, I'll give you the example. And that's really all there is to it. What I got, the distorted slide guitar solo there. Alright, hope you guys have fun with that. Okay guys, so that's it. That is basically just a quick and easy song for you to play from the great band called Sublime. Hope you guys enjoy that lesson. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and look me up at theguitarcoach.org if you have any questions or you need to learn that D chord and G chord. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.